Hi, guys.
Say something.
I looked up and everybody's looking at me. I was scared. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Daddy Jeep Garage. We, of course, have lots going on in here, as we always do. We've got some more fender trimming done. I think the last corner of this is going to get trimmed up tonight. Going to get some work done on the full hydro steering, more work on Keith's axle, and then I got a new project in the shop. I'm going to be building a roll cage for a Kawasaki Teryx. All right, so we got these plasma cut brackets. The owner of the truck, Donnie, got these cut. They're 3/8 sticks. They're certainly a little bit overkill, but rather too heavy than too light. But in putting them together on the cross member, I've added this thin black brass washer just in case there's any shrinkage to make sure I can get my Heim in later. Of course, I'm setting up with these crappy old rough country Heims that I had laying around. So we'll get these all bolted together, and then we'll get them burned into the cross member. All right, so both lower link brackets are burned in. We can pull this whole cross member out and finish weld everything. So Donnie, the owner of the Toyota, brought me these plates. I'm not sure what they were from, but that's what I'm going to use to build my upper link mounts. So I took a plate and I put about a 45-degree bend in it. I took another one, I cut it off a bit, put another 45-degree, and then I cut this piece that'll bridge the top. So right about there is going to give me a lot of weld surface and quite a bit of strength. So I'll be able to weld this edge to the frame, this edge to the frame. I can weld, once this is welded on top, I have that whole surface to weld to the frame, and I'll have another one of those on the bottom. So that really is going to give me a lot of weld surface to the frame. It's pretty stupid simple to build, and it's out of parts that I have on hand because, well, the owner brought them. So these brackets are at about a 10 to 15 degree angle off of the frame because that's about what my upper links are going to have. So I'm going to double check that, make sure before I start welding anything that the angle is what I want. But I think it's going to be pretty close. So we got a Toyota sitting on its own weight finally. It looks awesome. I went ahead and I just built some quick lower links just to get it so the axle's positioned. I built some spacers to weld the frame to the axle so I can set it on its weight, see where ride height's at. And tragically, I did all this so I can get it out of the shop onto the trailer because the owner of this truck has passed away. It's terrible. I feel terrible for the family, so my condolences to all of his family and friends. But at this point, I don't know the future of this truck. I really want to finish it. I've done a lot of cool things. I want to see it done. I want to see it on the trail, but I just don't know what's going to happen at this point. So it doesn't make sense for me to continue putting my time and my effort into this truck. And at this point, my money, because his money has run out on this. So it's, I don't know. I'd love to finish it. I really would. We'll see how things go. There's not a ton left. I have most of the materials to get it done. I need some Heim still, but at this point, it's just work that it needs. And I don't know. I'd love to do it, but I don't know what's going to happen. So we shall see. So this truck's going on hold for the time being. Bring in some other cool stuff. All right, so we got Eric over here welding the housing to the tubes on Keith's little Dana 30. Okay, now I'm recording.
That ain't going nowhere.
More better. But yeah, that's a nice weld. Eric actually knows what he's doing. Would you look at that? Eric laid in a pretty darn nice weld. Look at the heat zone there. Well, you definitely put some heat in. Of course, you preheated it to what? About 400?
430 something.
430 something. So burned in a nice hot weld. So now we got to post heat it so it doesn't crack. All right, so we got the Barnes truss mocked up and on the axle. Eric got it tacked in. We heated things back up so we get good weld penetration, and now things are getting burned in. All right, so welded a little stitch there, and now he jumped over to a different spot so we can keep moving the heat around. We don't want to warp this tiny little Dana 30. And then there's TJ over there working on brakes on the wifey's car. That's a good husband. What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the Daddy Jeep Garage. We, of course, have lots going on in here, as we always do. We've got some more fender trimming done. I think the last corner of this is going to get trimmed up tonight. Going to get some work done on the full hydro steering, more work on Keith's axle, and then I got a new project in the shop. I'm going to be building a roll cage for a Kawasaki Teryx.